Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys one of the most important updates relating to XRP. As many of you already know, that there has been a pending Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, case against XRP Ripple. And this has been going on for a little bit over 2 years, and it's finally coming to a close. Now folks, before we go any further, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. And if you like these videos that I make, the support links and Patreon links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. All right, folks, so this is going to be probably the most important update for the cryptocurrency industry and for us who are involved in the wealth transfer. There are specific prophecies that deal with XRP and this case that we need to look out for. And if you've been seeing my other videos, you know that there are different prophecies and also predictions about the stock market and cryptocurrency markets crashing. And we should be at a point right now, especially when it comes to Bitcoin phishing, that we should all be in position. And if you are still waiting or looking for confirmation or whatever the case, your time is running short. Now, this tweet by James Filan, he's somebody I told you guys in my last XRP update to follow him so you can get the most accurate information. And as you can see right here, he's got his last post dealing with what's going on with the case. And the last filing date was actually on January the 18th. And January the 19th, he puts out this update. The SEC versus Ripple Labs. Everything is briefed. Now we wait. And so all the filings are done, right? So there is no more filings that can be put in. Of course, that could change. But we are waiting for this decision to come down. This decision really could come at any time, folks. At any time. This XRP decision can come, and it's going to change and shape the cryptocurrency markets. Now, I've speculated that if XRP is going to win, that you should see XRP go down, right? So the elite can get in and buy it all up. They're going to make people think that XRP is not going to win. And then I said, well, if they're going to lose, you're going to see XRP go up. All right, so that's right there, speculation. Now, if XRP wins, the cryptocurrency markets are going to take off because now XRP will be ruled a commodity and it's probably going to have an effect on a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. So it won't be labeled a security. It'll be labeled a commodity. If they lose, they will be labeled a security and it's going to more than likely crash the crypto markets. And if the crypto markets crash, like Bitcoin going down to zero, that will probably pull a lot of the stock market into crashing too as well. And there are some very important prophecies relating to the XRP case. Now, before I do go any further, folks, the Bitcoin phishing buy limit order document is down below in the description. All right, and I may even put it in the comment section for you guys to take a look at and to follow the instructions and to read everything that is there. Because this is going to be very important as far as instructions and how we move when these events take place. So one of the most important prophecies that we have comes from Christopher Harris. This deals with a flash crash and XRP. Okay, this comes from May 28th of 2022. There really hasn't been too many prophecies relating to XRP. Most of them are like XRP is going to be, I saw it at 10,000 or 50,000 or 80,000 or whatever the case, long-term pricing, which is fine. But we really haven't had too much relating to the case. I know there was one person out there that said in 2021 that the case would be settled and that prophecy was wrong. And then the same very person said the case would be settled by 2022, by the end of 2022, and they were wrong again. And of course, they were wrong about a lot of other things too as well. So Christopher Harris is stating from May 21st what he said he saw in his dream. And he says here, in the dream I was in a room with my brother and others, and was proclaiming to them with confidence something similar to these words: Ripple will lose their case. This will trigger the BTC Flash Crash to zero, but it will be overturned and it will be fine again. I believe me telling my brothers and others this in the dream is for me to share with my brothers and sisters in Christ. So if Ripple loses its case, this is going to be the worst thing for the cryptocurrency markets. And this is probably where you're going to see a lot of cryptocurrency projects fold and never come back from the grave. And so, according to what he's saying, that this is one of the reasons why the BTC Flash Crash is going to happen. Now, we have heard other reasons, whether they were prophetic or whether they were predictions, but also you got to remember Christopher Harris saw BTC go to zero when it was over 100,000. Okay, so we're not going to go over 100,000 at this point. But we've identified anywhere from 3 to 5 times when Bitcoin is going to go to zero. We actually have instructions concerning this Bitcoin Flash Crash. Now, of course, one of the most important instructions is to make sure you guys have your Bitcoin buy limit orders in. That means setting your Bitcoin buy limit orders anywhere from a penny to $1, depending on how much finances you have, and all that is in the document. Some exchanges like Kucoin won't allow you to put it at a penny. You can put it at 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. It doesn't allow you to put it in at 11, 12, 13, or 14 cents. Bittrex allows you to put it all the way down to a penny and whatever else you want to set it at, right? Coinbase, you can set your Bitcoin buy limit orders, I believe, for anything. I have most of mine set up at the 10 cent mark. Kraken, the same thing. So this is the prophecy where he's talking about what happens when it goes to zero. And he was given instructions, right? And I think this is where, at a point where you're going to need your crypto ledger, because you're going to want to take some of your Bitcoin off of the exchange and put it onto a ledger. You know, you might want to take 10% of whatever you get and put it onto a ledger when it comes to Bitcoin and just save it. That way, if anything goes wrong, you know you have something to fall back on. So say, for instance, you get 500 Bitcoin, you might want to take 100 of it and just put it on a crypto ledger and then just hold on to that. And you don't sell it, you don't mess with it or anything, because you don't know what's going to happen down the road in the future. You might make some mistakes and screw some stuff up, right? And then at least you have something to fall back on. So your crypto ledger, you know, I would think that not only would you put Bitcoin on there, that maybe some of the other top cryptocurrencies, because some of us have buy limit orders in for Ethereum. Okay, so this is from March the 18th, and this is what he saw. In a dream this morning, I heard the words, "It went to 10K from zero." I believe this is about BTC recovering quickly to 10K from the flash crash. So basically what he's saying is it's going to go from wherever it's at, it will come down to 10K, then to zero, and then back up to 10K. Later in the dream, I saw a written statement saying, transfer BTC at 10K to XRP and wait till you see what you get. And what he saw in this written statement, he said that when Bitcoin reaches that 10K mark, you're going to sell it off and put it into XRP and any other cryptocurrencies you may want at that time, if you decide to do it at that point. But specifically with XRP, wait to see what you get. So a lot of us who catch Bitcoin are going to be selling off our Bitcoin at 10,000 and putting it into other cryptocurrencies. XRP, Shiba Inu, Luna Classic, and a lot of the others, Bone, whatever the case, might be really, they might be all under a penny at that point. I believe this is about converting BTC to XRP, as while BTC has a good amount to rise from 10K to fulfill a previous sequence I saw at 66K. All right, so what he is telling you is that what his instructions and what we should do is when Bitcoin reaches 10,000, we sell off a lot of our Bitcoin. And at that point, folks, this is where you're going to be taking profit to put in the bank. Whatever you need, depending on how much Bitcoin you actually catch on the first crash. All right, whatever you need to do, building up your storehouse, moving, car, paying off bills, whatever the case, factor all of that in when this is happening. Right, so you need to figure out, well, if I catch 500 Bitcoin and I sell 100 Bitcoin at 10,000, well, what is that? That's $1 million, right? You can do a lot with that. But just selling off 100 and you have 500, right? Imagine if you sold more than that. It depends on what your plan is and what you're doing. Now, there is a second part to this, because you need to be aware of what happens after you invest into XRP once Bitcoin hits 10K. This is the full entire part of what he was saying about the double BTC Flash Crash and the 10K XRP instructions. This is from the same date. Keep in mind, I did see in the past a dream where BTC crashed back to zero from 10K. So I'd suggest setting some more low BTC orders also from 10K in case that does happen. So just the XRP case decision comes out, it goes against XRP. Bitcoin crashes to zero, the rest of the markets follow. Our Bitcoin buy limit orders kick in, and when Bitcoin reaches back up to 10,000, you're going to sell off a lot of your Bitcoin. And then after you sell off a lot of your Bitcoin, you're going to set up low buy limit orders again on all your different exchanges, right? And then at some point, whether it be sooner or later, Bitcoin will crash back down to zero and you'll pick up Bitcoin from there, right? And at this point in time, you know, everybody should be buying XRP and a lot of these other cryptocurrencies. We don't know how fast these sequences are going to take place. That's why I say this could be one of the most important updates that I give, because of the events that could happen relating to all of this. The Bitcoin phishing buy limit order document is down below in the description, folks. You don't have very much time. Don't forget to check out the video where it says what a Bitcoin flash crash looks like, right? There was one before, and so this is going to give you an idea of how it's going to look. But folks, we have discussed in the past about all the different things that will bring down the markets to zero, right? We talked about the XRP case. We talked about Russia letting off a nuke. We talked about China invading Taiwan. We talked about the real Bitcoin creator being revealed. We talked about a major cryptocurrency hack that brings down the entire markets. We've talked about blackouts and infrastructure hacks and so forth that would happen all at once that would bring down the markets down to zero. Right? So those are all possibilities that could happen. Let's say the XRP case does take Bitcoin down to zero. Well, these other events could come about, and which could cause it to go back down to zero again. So let me go ahead and repeat this. So step number one, I believe that actually when you see the video that Johnny Currency 365, which I believe that he is seeing the top of where this manufactured spike that Q, Love is God 7, he is seeing that's going to happen. So let's just say that Bitcoin does this manufactured spike that we're all talking about. At some point, there's going to be a point in time where we need to take profit, whether that's at 25,000, 30,000, 35,000. But when I originally set this up, a lot of the prophecies were saying from various people that they saw it drop from the 30, 35,000 mark to zero. But you guys remember all that, right? Because when it was in that time period, everybody was thinking, and we're ready for this flash crash. But now we're waiting for this manufactured spike that could take Bitcoin back up to that 30, 35,000 mark. And so Bitcoin will drop from wherever point it's at. And let's just say it does drop from that 33,000 mark. So it drops down to zero. So after your orders fill, then what are you going to do? You're going to set sell limit orders for Bitcoin at 10,000. So let's say you do get 500 and you decide to sell off 400 Bitcoin at 10,000. You take your other 100 and you put it onto a hard ledger, right? So from there, you're going to get your altcoins. You're going to get your XRP. You're going to buy your Shiba Inu. You're going to buy your ETN if you decide to get it at that point. Then you're also going to reset back up BTC orders. And then you're also going to transfer funds to your bank account. So you can, if you need to move, setting up your storehouse, buy land, whatever the case. This is just a small portion of some of the wealth transfer that you're getting to set yourself up, right? To pay off your debts, to pay off your bills, to buy brand new computer equipment, to buy a new car, to buy an electric car in addition to your gasoline car. So you're selling it all off, right? Then at some point, whether that happens because everybody's selling off BTC at 10,000, or there's some other event that is going to bring Bitcoin back down to zero, right? So once it goes back down to zero, guess what? Your second set of BTC buy limited orders fill. And then from there, that is the next run that we get up to 100,000. And that's why I say you want to take 100, if you get 500 Bitcoin, you want to take 100 of it and put it up, because if something goes wrong and you make a mistake, you want to be able to fall back on whatever cryptocurrency you have on your hard wallet. And this is the other thing, folks. When you see this drop down to zero, everybody should change their passwords to all of their crypto exchanges when the opportunity comes. If we're in the process of the manufactured spike, people need to change their passwords right then and there, because I guarantee that there's going to be a lot of hackers that are going to try to get their hands on that Bitcoin, after the flash crash. And there's actually, if I can get to it, I'll just tell you what it is, but there is a video out there that after the Bitcoin flash crash happens and people have Bitcoin, that there's going to be hackers that are going to try to hack into some of these exchanges to get cryptocurrency. So I'm just telling you now, when this happens, you're going to set yourself up security-wise. You're going to change all your passwords. You're going to get brand new equipment that you're not going to use except to trade on for your cryptocurrency. So all this information, again, is in the Bitcoin phishing buy limit order document, and I encourage you to read it all the way through and to set yourself up, because, folks, this is the final phase before this XRP case ruling goes down. Don't be one of those people, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just sharing with you, time is short, and this XRP case ruling could come at any time. So the link will be in the comment section and down below in the description. So hopefully, folks, that I have been thorough and I've explained to you what is supposed to take place with this BTC Flash Crash according to prophecy dealing with XRP. So all of it remains to be seen, folks. And also, too, I do want to bring up this point. And, Christopher Harris is not the only one that has been given instructions. If you remember Claudias Dream, where she was up on this ladder and there were people who were saying that this will never happen, right? And I believe they're referring to the Bitcoin flash crash, because people tell me, and they also say, all these different cryptos will never reach these prices and so forth, right? That this will never happen. And she takes all this money, she's pouring it into Shiba Inu, XLM, and XRP, and other cryptocurrencies. So this is exactly what Christopher Harris's instructions. He was talking about put it into XRP. Other people have seen these instructions. Johnny's seen something similar to this too as well. So it's not just Christopher Harris. It's other people seeing what to do when you get these finances and you're going to pour it into these cryptocurrencies. So anyways, folks, I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.